What is up, everybody? I am here in the garage with the RTR Lite, and I got some updates for you. So stay tuned, let's get into it, let's talk about it, and let's see what we got with the RTR Lite today. Let's go. Okay, so I have seen recently a few people questioning the customer service on the RTR Lite, specifically the RTR Lite bought through Ronster Rides. And I wanted to share my experience with the customer service and how it went. So, as you've seen in the build video, when we unboxed this bike, this fork lug over here on this side, right here, was loose. And I did my best to tighten it, but I don't have a proper fork clamp tool. You're supposed to have a vise with rubber in it so you can really clamp it and really torque that lug down. So I did my best I could and put Loctite, which probably would be fine, but I kind of more or less wanted to just point out the issue so that way if anybody else had the issue, you know what I mean, they could see it and just see, you know, just message them and reach out to them. And we also had that one rotor that was slightly bent. So I reached out to Ronster Rides customer service support and received a immediate response, was super duper fast, which was really crazy. So I sent them the link, I let them know what happened, and I explained everything to them. And they reviewed everything and they got back to me super quickly, and they had let me know that they would send out a replacement fork lug. Well, I had mentioned, I said, well, you know what, being is that I got to do all the labor to take this thing all back apart and everything, especially being, what if I wasn't mechanically inclined and I had to take it somewhere and pay somebody to do this, you know. I think it would be cool if you sent me the adjustable front end, and I could just upgrade the front end while I'm doing it, and then I'd be super happy about the whole deal, and I wouldn't even care that I got a loose fork lug out of the package. So what did Ronster Rides do? They sent me a brand new set of adjustable fork legs, right? So we got the full adjustments on the top and the bottoms for the compression and the rebound. Super awesome. They ended up sending me out the rotor. And what was crazy is, like, I ended up riding it for like the second time that I've owned the bike, and I got a slight, I got a slight leak out of here. So I had mentioned it out of the master cylinder for the brake reservoir. So I had mentioned to him, I said, hey, I said, you know what? I said, it's slightly leaking. Boom, next day in the mail, they sent me out a seal for the top of the deal. So, you know what? The customer service has been absolutely amazing. So what I said is, you know what? Since they sent me out the nice set of adjustable forks, I'm going to go ahead and head over to Electro & Co.'s website and spend some money, because that's what happy customers do when they get good customer service. And I'm going to order the matching adjustable D&M race shock for the back of the bike. So now we have the fully upgraded suspension, half due in part to the awesome customer service at Ronster Rides. So shout out to Ronster Rides customer service. Shout out to Electro & Co. Shout out to everybody involved in making this cool bike and the awesome experience that it is to own one of these bikes. So thank you very much. 2 thumbs up. Let's get into installing these crazy cool parts. All right, so we got the forks off the bike, and the first thing I noticed, I was like, oh wow, you can see the shafts are visually way bigger, way beefier of forks, obviously to fit all the internals and everything in them, but also a different sheen of the color. I like the darker gold better. And then you can see the little gold band. Yeah, a lot different. So these are also available for upgrade from Electro & Co. You can buy these separately, so that way you can upgrade your RTR Lite to the better adjustable suspension that the regular RTR comes with. So let's get back into it. Let's finish up this install and move on to that back shot. One thing I did notice here is that if I install them like, you know, properly the way they read, the air bleeds are going to be right under the handlebars and hard to get to. So I'm going to turn them around and put the air bleeds up here at the top, so that way it'll be easier to get to the air bleed screws. All right, so we got the rear shock all installed. We got the front forks all installed. We got everything dialed in. Feels way better. Huge shout out to Ronster Rides and Electro & Co. for the amazing customer service and the awesome upgrades that they bestowed upon me. Everything looks great. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.